HEICO and what we have here, right? It's not being taken advantage of. My name is Joe DePaoli. I'm VP of Sales for HEICO Aerospace. I've worked for HEICO for 32 years. HEICO is a pretty big name nowadays in the aviation market, right? We're a $33 billion market cap company with about $4 billion in sales. And here for the India MRO, we're basically here for MRO, maintenance, repair, overhaul. So we're very involved in the aftermarket with parts, with component repair, with distribution, and things like that. So we're here at the conference to meet new people, meet some customers, see what we can do to help them out, right? Find some synergies, things like that.
Okay. Now that the Indian market is growing rapidly with the rate of 8%, and by 2030 we are targeting to be a $4 billion industry. So a quick thought about that.
The first thing that comes to my mind is India. You're right, with all the people here, with the population, not too dissimilar from China, actually. If you look at China, there's an imaginary line. It's called the Heizhou line. And if you go east of that line in China, it contains about 94% of the total population. That population, that's 1.3 billion, India's 1.4. The area, the square miles area, is very similar to the square miles of India. China has 4,400 aircraft, right? India currently has 900, but India has 1,800 aircraft on order right now. China only has 1,400. But if you look at the MRO base that's in China compared to India, they're much ahead of India. I think India needs to develop more internal indigenous MRO capability to keep up with the number. Absolutely, yeah, right? Yeah. You have 2 times the number of planes on order than you do in operation. Exactly. Nobody's got this. The number of airplanes coming in here is like, bar none, is by far and away the highest. India definitely needs to have more internal indigenous capability. It needs to be developed. Right. You don't want to be sending all this engines and structures all around the world to get repaired. You need to be able to do it here.
True. Now coming towards your services, I want to know, now that sustainability is in focus and it's a key component right now, how do your company is going to inculcate that into your, the things that you provided?
Sustainability, right? Let's look at sustainability like reducing your carbon footprint, for example, right? There's things that we do that no other company on the planet does. We repair things that most everybody in the world just takes them and throws them in the garbage. Pitot tubes, antennas, total air temperature sensors, right? We can repair those. What's better than taking a component off the aircraft, repairing it, and refurbishing it like it's new, and then put it back on the plane instead of throwing it in the garbage can, right? I mean, I look as far as sustainability, that's one place that we can fill a niche for the aviation market like no other company can.
All right. Quick question, key message that you want to give to the MRO sector out there.
If you look at HEICO and what we have here, right, it's not being taken advantage of in India. It is, but it's not to the point where it should be, right? There's so many things that we bring to the table to help out, the cost reduction for alternative parts, for sustainability, repair things that other people can't for a much lower price. It's not being taken advantage of yet, but it will.
And what do you think are the reasons of, for not being taken into the...
Familiarity.
Okay.
Familiarity and a will. So once the India operators see it, it's all going to change.
Now that the government is taking the initiatives into Make in India and Atmanirbhar Bharat, if you are aware about that, what is your take on that?
I think the best way to make that happen, right? The quickest way to make that happen is if the Indian government somehow
collaborates.
Yes, right? And brings in companies that have familiarity and the knowledge on how to do this.
And don't you think that this summit is going to help do that?
We're going to find out.
All right, that was lovely talking to you. you.
All right.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
All right.